Hey traders, welcome to the Seneca Trading Academy, something we've been building for the last 3 years, something we're incredibly proud of, something that we believe you won't find anywhere else on the internet. It's just a great resource for really taking your trading to the next level. If you're a beginner trader or even an expert trader, we've got traders in our academy that have been trading for the last 10 years and still found extreme value in our course. That's why we believe what we have is something unique, something extremely special. We know how difficult this journey can be. We know how frustrating this journey can be. We've taken 10 years of experience and put it into one easy to watch, easy to learn, 8-part Master Trader course with so much value. We are extremely proud of what we've done. So let's take a look what you'll get once you subscribe. So the centerpiece of your membership is going to be the education series, the 8-part Master Trader education series. It's really an extensive education in understanding technical analysis. It's taken us over 3 years to build, as we said. It's an absolutely phenomenal course. And once you've run through this, you will have a completely different view of charts, of how to analyze charts, and of the global economy as a whole. So in part 1, we'll just have a quick introduction in terms of history of technical analysis, what we're going to be covering in the course. We'll actually be taking a quick dive into some Elliott wave and classical charting, just the basics of that. That's kind of an amalgamation of that is what we trade with, but goes in much more depth than just the basics of Elliott wave, the basics of classical charts. And then we just go into some of the reasons why we don't use support and resistance, moving averages, or Fibonacci retracements. Then we get into the real juice of the matter, the real good stuff, starting with characteristics of price action. We show you how to set up your charts. We talk about the waves, structure and fractals, characteristics of corrective price action, impulse characteristics, identifying highs and lows, trading clean price action. So part 2 is just all about understanding the different waves of price or price structures. In part 3, we start to look at price patterns in more specific detail, all the different patterns that we look for that give us the highest probability of trades turning out in our favor and getting that higher risk reward ratio that we look for. Then we have a quick look at indicators, and really the only one indicator that we use is the MACD, and we don't even use it in the way that most people do. It's a little bit different, but really interesting lesson this on part 4, indicators. Then we get into the art of trading, the 4 pillars of consistent profitability that we get into, as well as a little bit of psychology, where we talk about acute self-awareness, understanding yourself. Because understanding yourself is a real key to understanding your trading and how to be a profitable trader. Then in part 6, we get into reading the tape. Things start to get really juicy in this section. We talk about principles of institutional order flow. We talk about characteristics of institutional order flow, advanced liquidity concepts. So you talk about liquidity on the charts, but do you know there's several different types of liquidity on the charts, different areas of liquidity on the charts, and how do you identify those different areas of liquidity on the charts? Really great stuff in here. Then we go on to some order blocks, other blocks, gaps and voids, and then we bring it all together with a discussion on premium versus discount and tying everything together that we just learned in reading the tape. Then we get into advanced trading strategies, the 4 key strategies that we use on a regular basis to enter trades into the market and to trade profitably each and every month. And then finally we move to part 8, where we just kind of run through everything you've learned over the last 4 sessions into how we break down a chart, how we enter trades, how we manage trades. We just break everything down in this part 8. Several chart breakdowns, and we'll be adding more to these over time as we get into some interesting stuff. So part 8, full summary, and then there's going to be plenty of bonus material sitting underneath all of this, so you can just see how much quality content is sitting in this education series, and that is worth the money alone. But if we go back to the dashboard, you'll see that you get way more than just access to the education series. You also get access to the education room, or the trading room, where we have live webinars, analysis and trade breakdown sessions. That's all happening live via Zoom. You can view our schedule here. That is, we release our FX, commodity and crypto game plan each week. It's released every Monday before the London Open. Then we have the FX trading strategy and Q&A. That's a live session that we hold every Tuesday and Thursday pre the New York Open. Just give you a good idea. We kind of break down go into more detail than what we released in the game plan, what we've seen since the open, and trades that are on our radar on Tuesday and Thursday. We also have the US equity game plan where we run through our equity watch list, some of the best trades that we see in US equities on the first Monday of every month. And we release regular monthly global macro breakdowns, basically breaking down where we're sitting with the global economy, what to watch for, what news is important, and how we expect things to move in the charts from a bigger picture scale moving forward. So there's some really good content in terms of the live webinars that you get each week. For those of you that can't access the webinars live, or if you happen to not be available, you can get webinar recordings. That's where you'll find webinar recordings here. You can also get access to our full trade network where we kind of communicate our trade ideas, everything that needs to be known within the trading group, as well as some analysis, some group notices, discussions. That all happens in the trading network. As a Seneca Trading Academy member, you also get access to our investor guidance section for absolutely free. That's where you get your longer term investment ideas. That's where we talk about basically getting into the right equities, long-term holds, buying actual equities and not derivatives. That's where we get into kind of the investor side of things, and that's investor guidance. It's a completely different service, but you get that absolutely free as a Trading Academy member. And then finally, you have access to economic calendar provided by investing.com, where we can keep track of all the big economic events occurring each week. So as you can see, you're getting a whole lot of bang for your buck with this membership, and on top of that, every new member gets a free one-on-one session with myself just to discuss the education series, to make sure that you know exactly what's going on, that you've learned what you need to learn, and that your trading is right in line with where we want it to be as a Seneca Trading Academy member. We want you to be profitable, we want you to be experiencing success in these markets, and we want you to be one of the success stories of this trading journey. So we'll look forward to seeing you in the Trading Academy. We'll see you soon.